Now that we've had a chance to review the technical details and features of these two new cars, these high-interest hybrids, the new Honda Insight and the Toyota Prius, we're going to discuss how they drive and take them to the track to learn how they perform. Okay, here we are driving the new Prius. Compared to the Insight, this is a much more substantial feeling car. It feels very solid. The structure is much more solid. It feels a bit heavier. It has a higher quality feel on the road. It's no longer sort of a lightweight vehicle. The brake feel and behavior is very normal. You hardly detect its transitions from regen to normal friction braking. The shifter operates very well. I love this type of shifter. You can shift very quickly back and forth through all the different gear options. The experience looking around this interior is interesting. It has a lot of familiarity or similarity to its predecessor. It's a very elegant dash, a very elegant interior. The lines flow, they're sweeping. It's a very serene type of environment compared to the Insight. At the track, the Prius arrived at 60 miles per hour in 10.6 seconds, the quarter mile in 17.9 seconds at 77.7 miles per hour, stopped from 60 miles per hour in 120 feet, and gripped with 0.82 Gs of lateral acceleration. Now here we are in the Insight, and this is a very different experience. Many people in the past have mentioned about the Prius's interior that it looks like a spaceship. Well, if it looks like a spaceship, this looks like a Klingon spaceship interior. Very aggressive, very wild looking. The driving experience is very different as well. It feels much lighter, so it's a bit more fun on the road just because it's a lighter vehicle. However, it is much noisier. There's a lot of engine noise when you go to full throttle. Being a CVT, it lets the revs climb quite high. It's a small engine, so it has to work pretty hard to do its job, and it doesn't have a big electric motor to help out. Another option for shifting is to use these paddles on either side. They're not real ratios, they're kind of artificial ones that the computer selects. That's really a CVT, of course, but it does give you greater control over the operation of the vehicle, unlike the Prius. The steering is lighter in effort than the Prius. That's a noticeable difference. It seems a little bit slower ratio. I find myself turning the wheel a bit more to accomplish what I'm trying to do. It's just a very lightweight car. It's more akin to earlier Priuses than certainly the current one. At the track, the Insight sprinted to 60 miles per hour in 10.4 seconds, hit the quarter mile in 17.8 seconds at 79.4 miles per hour, stopped from 60 miles per hour in 127 feet, and gripped with 0.79 Gs of lateral acceleration. The biggest differences between these two cars are the basic differences one always sees between Hondas and Toyotas. The Insight here is a much lighter car. It feels lighter on the road. It's more nimble, has a lighter weight sense, but it's also kind of fun and a little bit tossable. The new Prius, however, feels quite substantial, much more like a high-quality, high-end Toyota or Lexus product rather than what it was before. Also, its mileage has gone up quite dramatically, 50 miles per gallon combined, EPA number. That's fantastic. It's the highest efficiency car you can buy in America today. For the Insight, you get nearly as good a mileage, 40 city miles per gallon and 43 highway miles per gallon. But which is the more important hybrid? Starting at under $19,800 plus $670 for destination charge, the Insight is the first hybrid that's simultaneously within the reach of just about every pocketbook and is a solid business proposition for Honda. Amazingly, it delivers nearly identical mileage as the current Prius at about 80% of the price. The incremental value of 50 miles per gallon versus 41 miles per gallon, whether you judge it by gasoline cost, greater national security, or CO2 reduction, seems dwarfed by the benefit of its potential sales volume. The Insight is a milestone that can't go unnoticed.